Hi, superheroes! I'm Pink Phoenix, coming to you from Purdue University College of Veterinary Medicine's League of VetaHumanz. Today, our special guest on VetaHumanz Live is Lady Ocelot. Thanks for being on the show!
Of course, thanks for having me.
To get started, can you tell us your story?
Yeah, so I was born in Puerto Rico, so I'm from there, and I was actually raised there as well. Um, Decided to be a vet, went to college there in Puerto Rico. I did high school and college back there, and then went to Purdue University to get my DVM.
And here you are. What are you doing
Here I
now?
am. So right now I'm an associate veterinarian at Loma Animal Hospital. That's in Las Vegas, Nevada. I work with small animals and exotics and also pigs and goats, but that's about it.
That sounds excellent. Tell us about your superhero name. How did you decide on Lady Ocelot?
Well, that took a lot of time for me to like find a name for some reason. I love cats and I love big cats. And then, I know that all my other friends had like animal names for their, superhero name. And I'm like, okay, I kind of want one too. And I just like ocelots. I don't know. They just have that cute face and they're not as big as the other big cats. Um, so yeah, I went with that one.
It's a beautiful name.
Thanks.
Okay, can you describe the moment that you decided you had to be a veterinarian?
Wow, well that's a big story. So um I want to say back in high school, I started just shadowing my pet's veterinarian, and I kind of like always since I was a kid, I knew there was something that I wanted to be something with like science and medicine regarding that. And then when I started shadowing my pet's veterinarian, I was like, yeah, I love this. This is what I want. And there was some time like in college where I was like, but do I really want to be a veterinarian? Mostly because I have to go abroad to study. And that was the biggest thing for me was, do I really want to go abroad? Or, that to me, that felt like a little bit not as doable. So it's like, okay, maybe in college, I was like, well, started college, I went into biomedical sciences, and the plan was to actually become a human medicine doctor, an MD, um, because we do have we do have schools for medicine in Puerto Rico, for human medicine. We don't have a vet school. So when I was in college, I was like, okay, well, that's a plan. Um, but then I started doing some like summer internships where I would have to go somewhere in the States and work. It was always veterinary related. Like I couldn't let it go. And then during college too, I started taking like animal focus classes that were not even part of my curriculum, but those were just my electives. So then when I started doing internships, I was like, you know what? I can do this. I can just like leave home and live somewhere else and actually pursue my dream. Um, and also I did take an macroanatomy class during one summer as well, where I had to dissect a human, and I could not do it. I loved the medicine part. It was amazing. But I mean, I did it and it was fine, but I just didn't enjoy it as much. So it's like, okay, I cannot do this. So yeah, after that, I was like, I'm just gonna work towards, becoming a veterinarian, and I let go of that fear of just going abroad and being away from my family, but they were so supportive through all of it. So it just, worked out.
Well, I'm so glad you decided to come to Purdue. I miss you so much.
I know, me
It's
too.
amazing being able to talk with you.
Yeah.
As you look back to those moments, are you the kind of veterinarian you dreamed of being, or did your career path change?
Um, I think I am the kind of veterinarian that I dreamed of being. Only fun fact is, during vet school, I thought I'm never gonna work with large animals. I'm never gonna work with food animals. I didn't even take a rotation on those, and it was great. So I always was focused on small animals with a little bit of exotics, and then I come here and I was like, oh, so I have to work with pigs and goats, and it's been a learning process for me because I didn't take those rotations, but I think it's made me a better veterinarian overall. Just like having to do, which is what it's about. It's having to do a lot of research and get out of your comfort zone and be there for a pet in need. So it's been fun. But that's about it. Cannot see a horse or a cow.
Do you love the pigs and goats though?
I do. I do. In the beginning, I was like, I'm not sure. I mean, just practicing medicine on them is just different than loving the pet. I do love the animal, and it's always been, oh my God, I want to cuddle with it. But just knowing the medicine, that's where the challenge comes in. But I, I mean, I can say that I see them almost on a daily basis, at least pigs. So, yeah, it's actually been really nice.
What did you think being a veterinarian would be like, and what's it really like?
Okay, well, I don't know that it's that different from what we think it is. I think coming out of school, it's great because you get to do so many things and you have all of these resources and you get to actually be able to, I guess, just run some tests and get an answer versus at least, private practice wise, it's a little bit more limited than that. And I think that's the biggest challenge as working in private practice is to, you know, everything you need to do to like try to get an answer or make the pet better. Um, but there's always going to be a challenge, whether it's income or finances from the owner, and then you just have to think about what's going to give you the best answer and just like prioritize on testing. So I think that's the biggest thing that's a little bit different from what we think it is. But I think it's something that comes with practice, and it's overall, I mean, you get to help a lot of animals regardless, so it's great.
It's excellent. All right, I want to hear about your best day ever as a vet so far.
I honestly gave this a lot of thought, and I don't know that I've had a best day ever yet. Um, I have a lot of really good days. I think every single time I get to treat an animal that comes in and we're clueless about what's going on, and you just start your hunt and you're researching, and you put all these years of vet school into practice, and then they actually get to go home and the owners are super grateful and very happy, and you kind of like get to reunite them with their family. I think that is just so big for me, and I feel like I have a lot of those. I think it's not always going to be like that, but I think it balances well within good moments and not so great moments. But I think every single time that I have one of those, it just makes my day. So I live for those.
Such a wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
Well, what's the most exciting thing you've gotten to do as a vet so far?
I think it's treating so many like exotics that I never thought I would be seeing. One time we had a capybara at work. I've seen a lot of axolotls. Um, it's just so many like I can think like peacocks and stuff like that that we've had, but it's just so like a wide variety. You never know what's gonna walk through that door, and you're just gonna be like, oh, okay, great. And here in Vegas, there's a lot of um, either even like big hotels that have like these wild animals and um, other like owners just like having those too. So every single time we get one of those we get monkeys sometimes, it's like, oh, okay, great. Like I didn't think I was going to be seeing one of these, but um, so yeah, I think just having that and every single day is fun. You get to see something new, and you get to learn a lot about a new species every single time. So
That sounds amazing. And it's the perfect segue. What's new and exciting in the learning world for you?
all right. Well, right now I am actually learning about endoscopy in exotic animals, like avian reptiles, and fish and stuff like that. Taking a C on that because we do have that capability. Um, but I think, like I said, every single day I learn something new. Every single day. It's mostly with exotics because there's a lot of research that come with that. Um, but yeah, right now, and then I did just recently start getting like more practice with ultrasound and um, feel I've done several on my own, which is great. And every single day, it's a learning process, and get to grow as a veterinarian and expand those things that you can do.
Awesome. So when you're not learning and growing, what are you doing for fun?
All right, so um, I do like hiking a lot, so I think that's mainly what I do on my days off when possible. Just go for a hike. Other times, I mean, during the summer, pool, just like resting and just soaking up the sun because we don't get to see that a lot during our working days. Um, and then being here also gives me the opportunity of doing like getting some staycations and just like, get a hotel for like 2 days or so and just you don't have to like leave the stay, just like um, I don't know, just get away from, um, the veterinary world for a little while. Um, we're also very close to other states that have really nice parks, like national parks. There's, places in Utah, Arizona, and they're like within driving distance. So I try to do those things as well as I can. It's something that, needs to be planned, but definitely doable. So that's usually what I try to do on my days off.
It must be awesome to live in a vacation destination.
It is. It definitely is.
So tell me about your superpowers and how you're using them to support and inspire others.
um, I think right now I'm being being a mentor for new grads or new doctors that come in to our work, and we do have a lot of externs that come in, and a big amount of them are actually from Purdue, which is great. I get to see like third years, fourth years, they come to our workplace, and um, we're just there for them and just mentoring them. I think that's the biggest thing for me right now. I love doing it. I mean, I was definitely right there at some point in my life, and I did have really good mentorship. So I try to be that for them as well. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I enjoy doing a lot.
Well, I try to send them your way.
Please. We love having them.
So, what inspirational message do you have for aspiring veterinarians who are listening?
Of course. So always just follow your dream. Don't give up. it's not always gonna be easy or happiness. There's gonna be challenges, especially in this field, and we all know that this field is very challenging. Um, just know that never give up on your dreams. If this is what you want to do, just work for it and don't give up. And there's always like a lot of support around you. Even if you don't see it, there's always going to be someone that is going to be there for you. And I think we have this community is very supportive with each other. So I do love that about veterinarians. And yeah, I think that's mostly it. Just I know that some days are going to be hard, whether you're in vet school, whether you're a vet and all that. And or you're applying to vet school. It's not the easiest thing to do either, but keep it up. Like it took me a couple tries applying to vet school until I was able to go to Purdue. So never give up. Just if this is what you want to do, you're gonna make it work.
That's beautiful. And look at you now. I am so proud of you.
Thanks.
Thanks so much for being on the show, Lady Ocelot. You can learn about other League of VetaHumanz superheroes at VetaHumanz.org. If you like this show, and I know that you did, please subscribe, rate, and share it with your friends. And remember, use your powers for good.